Okay, example 10 here. Again, this is an example for GPE, energy is equal to mass times gravity times height. For this particular calculation, we're looking to express really m for mass. So, we'll just really write this equation out again, like E is equal to mgh. And I do appreciate that probably your school has maybe used, instead of E, perhaps GPE is equal to mgh. And look, that's perfectly fine as well. If that's what you're used to, you put your GPE in on the left hand side instead of that. Now, this type of example here where you have 4 variables is one, of course, that these form the triangles that you quite often see online where you put your thumb here and it does the job for you. They don't really work out too good. I don't give you a level of understanding that will then enable you to sort of make that transition into higher level studies. Now, because we're looking to express m on the right hand side here, we're really therefore looking to get rid of g and h. There's 2 ways of doing this. I'm going to take you through both steps, and you can choose whichever method you feel most comfortable with. Perhaps just starting off step by step, the first thing I might want to try and eliminate here might be, for instance, the g on the right hand side. And if I want to eliminate the g on the right hand side, I have to, of course, divide the right hand side by g, but of course that means I also must divide the left hand side by g as well. Of course, one number divided by itself cancels to give us 1. And so that literally eliminates the g from the right hand side. And then 1 multiplied by mass is just mass. Mass times height is just mh on the right hand side. So really the equation then just reduces down into E divided by G is then equal to m times h. Again, look, we're looking to express m, so we still want to leave the m there on the right hand side. And what we really want to then try and eliminate on the right hand side, of course, now is h. So if we then divide the right hand side by h, of course we must also divide the left hand side by h as well. All right. Now the right hand side, you can see we've got one number h divided by itself, and as we've seen now many times, any number divided by itself will of course give us 1. And then 1 times m, we can just leave that as m. So the left hand side then becomes E, as GPE you might want to use instead as grand, divided by GH is therefore equal to m. And again, you might just want to put the m on the left hand side. The m is equal to your GPE divided by GH. All right, and that's it solved. You can now sum in your numbers to work out your mass, which will be, of course, in kilograms. Job done. Now, there is a shorter method, and some students maybe just want to be aware of that. So if I was to go all the way right back to the very start and do this perhaps in a quicker way, your GPE is equal to mgh. We want to express m, of course, so I really want to eliminate both g and h on the right hand side. And one way of doing that is to really divide the right hand side by GH. Remember, G multiplied by H is just a single number, as is this denominator GH as well. But if I divide the right hand side by GH, I then need to divide the left hand side by GH to make sure again both sides are fully balanced. Remember, one number GH divided by the same number GH cancels out and gives us 1. And then of course 1 times m, well, that just leaves us really with m. Left hand side still reduces down to E divided by GH is equal to m. And again, you might just want to rearrange that m is therefore equal to E divided by GH. Just sub your numbers in. You will then get your respective mass. I do recommend, if you're new to this, to obviously go back through the previous process and go through it step by step by eliminating one variable at a time. When you feel pretty confident doing that, you can then maybe use the shorthand method by, eliminating 2 variables at one time, and that will of course reduce the amount of working out in exam situations.